Jtwes tonight?
No, I can't answer a lot of questions that some ask.
You probably could answer them just as good as I can, to be honest with you.
No.
All right, let's get this thing started off right. There we go. All right, everybody's in here. Commercial started. Welcome to Jtwes Monday Night Live. It's I'm sure I'm wearing Lino out tonight with YouTube because I've been doing YouTube since I got home. I had a wonderful video chat with Lake Speed Jr. on those oil test results, and hopefully get that video posted by tomorrow. I think that's going to be a real good video, real interesting to see how different oils react in the engine. And that video, I started that video September of last year, and it's taken a year to get enough oil changes to develop a,
The correct progression.
yeah, the progression and get a real clear picture of what it's doing to the engine. Who we got in here?
We have a lot of people in here so far. Timbo's on.
Timbo's on. I seen 2 or 3 hanging out before we went live.
Curtis.
Curtis?
Curtis King.
Curtis King.
And Janice Simpson is here.
Hey, Janice.
Well, Janice and Joe. Hello from Tifton, Georgia. Very hot here. Heat index is 108 at the moment. So thankful for AC. Always looking forward to watching your show.
Yes, thank you, Janice.
And she also says, Joe said, also to tell you that he has an M Farmall, a Cub in repair, and 2 Cub Cadets. One is a model 72 and the other is 782.
There you go. That M Farmall Joe's a lot bigger than I really thought it was. I've seen them, drove by them, got neighbors that's got them, 50 miles an hour, see them in the tractor shed. But we were down to the Thrashers reunion. I walked up beside one, and that's a pretty hoss of a little tractor there. I told Lino, I said, I need one, and she said, nope. I said, okay.
I did not say no. And even if I did,
It's
you
the
get what
part you don't like.
You get what you want. Yeah, Will has one now,
Yeah.
so I just have to get over it. Farm Boy 59 is on.
Hey,
Brian.
Brian, how you, bud?
Good evening, JTWS family. Hope all is doing well. Seen the pics of the new grandbaby. Beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah, breaking news for those of you who don't have me on your Facebook. So Ellie and Kaylee had their baby Wednesday.
Was it after live last week?
Yeah, because she went to the doctor on Tuesday, and her blood pressure was high, and so they're like, I think we need to go ahead and do some inducing. They were just worried about the preeclampsia. So, oh Lord, now the other cat's here tonight too.
Get the king.
Ollie.
Get the king of the couch.
Prissy only really comes out for live anyways.
She really does.
Yeah. For some reason, if we're both sitting here, she's got to come. I think she just likes being on camera because she's so pretty. Anyways, we're talking about Ellie and Kaylee.
She had pre-something.
Preeclampsia. And so Archer was born Wednesday, July 25th or 23rd. And
That'll take me another 7 years to remember.
I know. But he's healthy. He was born 3 weeks early, but he's completely healthy and doing wonderful. He just had a doctor's appointment today, and they said he's doing great. Joseph Lott is on.
Hey, Joseph.
And Paul Ford.
Hey, Paul.
Paul says, congratulations on being grandparents again. I told Joey when the boys got married, it wouldn't be long. And it wouldn't. And I definitely knew the girls were itching to have babies, and which I know how that feels like.
I think Will and Ellie's been pretty close on everything. Engaged,
6 months.
Married.
Yeah, engaged,
babies.
married, baby, 6 months.
Yeah.
So they bought their cars.
Pretty close.
Yeah, before they got married, they bought their cars 6 months apart, probably.
Now we just need one of them to tell us they're pregnant. Like Megan.
Oh no, I think they're going to wait a little while. Their next objective is home, getting a house. They rent right now, but we're looking for.
It's a good rent too. It's one of those rents where you make sure you find the perfect house to buy, because once you let this rent go, you'll never get nothing like that again.
Yeah, it's a very good monthly payment, but they're looking for just an acre locally to us. Some things haven't worked out close beside us, on the land beside us. So if any of you guys are local and looking to sell like 1 acre in Prospect, Caswell area, please let us know.
Yeah.
I am not too proud to come on here and ask. It doesn't hurt to ask. So I said, yeah, Paul Ford, Jason McDonald,
Hey, Jason.
Cornbread the Hungry Farmer.
Cornbread the Hungry Farmer.
Good evening, Earthlings. He's calling us all Earthlings. Kevin Wallace is on.
Hey, Kevin.
Hey, Joey and Leno. So glad to be able to be back with y'all.
Yeah, he said he was gone for a while.
Yeah, so good to have you back, Kevin. William May is on, says good evening.
Hello, Mr. May.
Stan is on.
Hey, Stan.
Stan says good evening to everyone. It's hot all over the Midwest, Deep South, and Texas is expected. Michigan, not so much expected.
Stan told me he could handle the heat just as good as he could when he was 20.
That's good.
He didn't tell me that.
Oh, he didn't?
No.
Oh. Well, what is that thing? When as you age, your skin gets thinner, so you get colder as you get older. Because
Yeah.
that's why sometimes as you get older, you're like, ooh, why am I so cold?
Yeah,
You know?
he said it was wearing on him a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I was just outside a minute ago, and I wasn't even doing anything. And I come in, and I had to wipe my face off because I had sweat.
I got to do a pre-wire tomorrow, and that's probably the hardest part of my job. It'll be walking on stilts and pulling wire and drilling holes.
Bonnie Hawkins is on.
Hey, Miss Hawkins.
Good evening, all. A special treat. Our daughter Taylor is watching with us too.
Oh, hey, Taylor.
Hey Taylor, glad to have you being on tonight.
I got a cousin named Taylor, don't I? No, that's Brian's wife.
It's the second cousin's Taylor.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
Brian's daughter.
Okay.
Jay Peel is on. Good evening from the motherland.
Hello, J. Peel.
Nice to see President Trump visiting us.
He was. It's kind of funny. He hosted the home leader in his property. So the place they were at was Donald Trump's golf course, but he hosted the Prime Minister of Britain at his golf course. And it's usually when you go somewhere like that, they host them at the Capitol and stuff like that.
Jerry Bonds is on.
Hello, Jerry.
Hello, this is Jerry Bonds in Iuka, Mississippi.
And it's Iuka.
I know, he says pronounced Iuka. Because I guess I couldn't tell if that was an I or an L.
Yeah, he commented that last week, but we had just got off the air.
Jerry, sorry we mispronounced your hometown, Iuka. But you'll have to remind me anytime
No, wait a minute.
you're
He
on
said
here.
Iuka, Alaska?
Mississippi.
Mississippi.
But that does sound
That does sound like an Alaskan name. I've been to
Yeah.
Alaska. That's why I was asking.
Yeah,
that.
it sounds like an Alaska city. We're in northeast Mississippi and about 10 miles from Alabama line,
Oh, okay.
12 miles from Tennessee. And
Oh, yeah. He's pretty. Yeah, right there in the corner.
he says enjoy your program.
Not going to be too far from you. A couple of weeks.
Right, he's probably not too far from Allison since she's in
Yeah.
West Tennessee. T. Hawkins is on.
Hello, Mr. T.
He says, good evening, everyone. Happy 63rd birthday, Bonnie.
Happy birthday, Bonnie.
And I don't know if that's really her age or not. We can't trust T. Hawkins. Especially when it comes to Miss Bonnie.
Yeah.
1904 Farm is on.
Hello, 1904.
And Allison's on.
Hey, Allison.
Kevin says he's in Lauderdale County, Alabama. That's not far from Jerry Bonds. Yeah, that's what I figured, Bonnie. Bonnie says, I think not. Let's take off 16 years. So he's definitely overaged her.
Oh.
Paul is on, Real Fan 90.
Hey, Paul.
He says, you don't need a M. I need a M. You're making it hard enough already to keep up with the Joneses.
Paul, I told Leno I think I'm going to try 40 out next week and go out to Tennessee through 40 just to see everything.
Johnny Edgerton's on.
Hey, Johnny.
Good evening, everyone. And Nathan Abrams is on.
Nathan Abrams.
It says, hey, Jtwes, would have been in the garden tonight, but the rain has me at a standstill. None of my 6 Farmall cubs like the mud.
Yeah, none of mine do, and we actually could use a little rain, believe it or not, after almost 30 inches in a month. We kind of getting dry.
Brian said 2025 garden spot is turned under except for the cantaloupe and watermelon. New video coming out soon.
Cool deal, Brian.
And that's Farm Boy 59. That's his channel name. Shady Hill Homestead is on.
Hello, Shady Hill.
Says good evening. Joey Neal's on.
Joey Neal.
Hello.
Joey, I seen your picture. Absolutely beautiful. I was getting ready to do that video chat with Lake Speed, and but absolutely beautiful.
He said, hello, Joey and Lino and everyone else. Hope all is well. Got one cone of finish on the seat for the stroller. You can have the M tractor when Lino gets the new Tahoe, LOL.
I agree with that.
Which will be never.
So, are you saying we never gonna get an M or a Tahoe?
No. Never a pool either. I've been waiting on a pool too. You guys know my short list, but they are kind of high dollar, so I can't, expect too much.
Well, the pool is certainly more manageable, especially if you get one like your dad and put it up yourself.
Yeah, I want one just like my dad's. It's got a deck on. It's an above ground oval deck on one side of the oval. That'd be perfect for me. Joe with the W's on.
Hey, Joe.
Howdy, y'all. Congratulations on the new grandson. And my son shares a birthday. Or him and my son shares a birthday.
Oh, cool.
Oh, yay.
That's good.
Janice is on. Hey, Janice.
Hey, Janice.
Bonnie Hawkins says, Allison, please share your website. I need to see what color hats you have.
All right.
So,
she's got that, I don't have it on tonight, but she's got that denim look.
yeah, and now I forget the name of it that she told me last week.
Yeah.
Allison.
She said it wasn't denim, but it sure looks like it.
Yeah, Allison, remind me. But, and Bonnie, you should be able to go to any video of Joey's on Jtwes, and there'll be a link for the merch bin.
Yeah, it will be.
It's merchbin.com, but there'll be a link
It's
to
actually
it.
farm merch bin.
See, that's why you got to go to the video. I'd have to go to the video too. Farm merch
But
bin.
well, it's in the description of this live stream.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was in the lives. Michael Coleman is on.
Hello, Michael Coleman.
Picking green beans with my son. We got gigantic watermelons coming on, ready by end of August.
Oh man, I ain't got no watermelons I know of coming on.
There's a bunch of blooms last time
Oh,
when I went and stole all your okra and caused a whole ruckus. But there were several blooms.
And then the okra wasn't no good.
I know. I stole some okra that was meant for seed, and I left.
And it's small.
Yeah.
To your defense, it was small.
I left a bunch of the big ones, the overgrowns, for seed, but I cut everything else because I thought, okay, they're small, and they were just spiny,
Yeah.
so I didn't get to make any of it.
But I think it's the small ones went spiny because it had like 3 big ones right up under
Yeah,
it.
and then I cut off a bunch of the big ones off of several plants.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Because I told him, I was like, well, I thought I could still use those plants because I left like 3 for seed, 3 plants with giant okras on it for seed. But anyways, there was a miscommunication on that. So I'm done with okra. I won't get any more. And Michael also said enjoyed the cotton cultivating video.
Thank you, Michael. I got to get that up there and show you what it looks like now. It actually looks like a cotton field now. It's burnt back. Well, all but one row was burnt back, and that was remedied today. Sammy had to go back up there and spray.
Oh yeah,
Everything, the whole field's burnt back, and then you got that one green row right down the center. He must have miscalculated.
Yeah, he's young. I mean, you know.
But he went. In his defense, everything else was got. I mean, ends and sides and everything.
Sorry I keep yawning, guys. I'm exhausted. I didn't even want to get up this morning. I think last week is catching up on me because we just got back from vacation. My house was a disaster.
Kaylee.
Then Kaylee went to the doctor, and then so we went that night to go see her, and then Archer wasn't born until the next morning. Then we had whirlwind stuff all week, and I'm just tired.
We had church stuff.
Yeah, so I'm just feeling like run down. Let me find where I was at. Tommy Norwood.
Hello, Tommy.
Hi, Joey and Lino. Looking forward to this weekend, a cool down coming. Congratulations on the new grandbaby.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, I think Friday we're going to have a cold front come in because there might be some storms, and then it's going to be in the like low 80s for several days. We need that. Bonnie says, thanks, Lino, for always having my back. You know. I do know, Bonnie. I got you. Jay Hall is on.
Hey, Jay.
Howdy, y'all. Hope y'all are doing well.
Yes, sir.
Hope to see more Restoring Reds soon. Would love to see that channel grow and become a full-time tractor restoration channel. Love it. Yeah, Will just had a video, when was it? A few days ago, maybe?
Yeah, day before yesterday.
Yeah, and that channel is called Restoring Red. So, did you put a link to Will's on your videos too?
I probably did.
I think you did.
Yeah.
So yeah, look in the description. That's Restoring Red, and that's Will's channel. He's restoring a, what's it called?
A Farmall Super C.
Super C. So check that out and subscribe to his channel.
What do you need?
Blanton Farms is on.
Hey, Nick. What beautiful Jimmy Red you have there, buddy.
He says, evening, y'all. Deep South Homestead at Pecan Grove is on.
Hey, Danny.
Good evening. Had to come in. It's 99 degrees at 6 p.m. I know. That's.
I hate Danny's watching. He's got a nice basset hound. I think it's a basset hound. And he's going to see this cat on me and be like, what's wrong with that boy?
Well, not everybody has to like.
He's got a pretty little puppy, though. It is.
I love basset hounds too, Danny. I mean, I love.
And Danny, if it's not a basset hound, let me know. But
I sure it's not a beagle?
No, it's got these big ears and
oh,
stuff.
okay. Because I thought he liked beagles, but
It's a pretty little thing.
yeah. But I do love. I have always wanted a basset hound because they're just so adorable, and then they get those big clunky feet on them.
Yeah.
I would love to have one, but we never pay for animals, so I
Yeah.
can barely get them spay and neutered. So
We got several new additions we didn't pay for, didn't ask for.
no, we don't purchase them, but I do get them fixed, so at least that way I'm not having a whole cat farm here. But they live outside. Ollie and Pris are the ones really who just live inside. Oh yeah, Bonnie said, or a golf cart. I know, you guys.
Yeah, we passed a truck the other day. Actually, we was on 86, and 3 trucks passed us, and all of them had 3 beautiful campers, 3 beautiful trucks, and the only thing she noticed is that one of them was carrying a golf cart in the bed.
And it wasn't even a long bed, I don't think. But yeah, and guys, I'm not materialistically demanding. Joey can vouch for
Oh
me.
yeah, I can't get her to buy nothing.
So I just need some items in my life, like a pool. Because I got grandbabies now. We need their pool. And then the golf cart, of course, is for them too. Because
We've got 3/4 of an acre pool down there.
we'll make the grown kids walk, and me and Joey will zoom off at the golf cart with the babies on our lap.
We got 3/4 of an acre of a pool.
No one is swimming in that.
I've swam in it.
Was that before or after you put glass in
It
it?
was in the 80s.
Okay, so that was before. We don't know what's in there.
I didn't put glass in it. I shot bottles.
Okay, that's putting glass in it. And not to mention, I know there's alligator snapping turtles in there, or is it regular snapping turtles? All right,
Those live down south.
Were they just as bad?
Yeah, because I caught one on accident when I went fishing, and it was like a monster coming out.
Yeah, she foul hooked it. One.
Yeah, it was right under his neck roll. It was just gentle, but I thought it was a log, so I was going to go ahead and pull it on out. So I was slowly reeling it in, and then this monster comes out of the water with its mouth open, and
Did
I
you run?
scream. No, I dropped my pole, though. Like, I
Well, who was with you, Ellie?
probably. I'm sure Ellie was. But I screamed, dropped my pole. Lucky it didn't go in the pond, but yeah, it was scary. Mark Phelps is on,
Hey, Mark Phelps.
and it says good evening. And Jay Pill asks, have you decided to plant a fall crop of corn?
I have, J. Pill. It's in the ground, and that video will be pretty soon. It'll be after the oil video, and hopefully we'll be able to follow it up with some cultivating. At the temperatures we have, I told Sammy that it ain't gonna take 3 days for that corn to come up. If it's got some moisture in it. It wasn't high in moisture, and it wasn't slap dry either, but the temperatures we've had here in the last few days, it was working on it pretty hard, pretty fast. So it will be nice to get a shower this weekend if we do.
David Funderburk is on, or Funderburk.
David, how are you?
My corn's about 3 inches tall in less than a week. Yeah, this heat.
He must plan to fall
Yeah,
crop.
this heat is gonna make it pop up as long as it's got some water.
And I haven't decided yet, guys, or if I'm gonna go totally nitrogen or if I'm actually gonna go buy some 10-10-10 and put on it. Like I said, I had 2 bags of nitrogen left over, and it doesn't really keep good all winter. And I thought about just sprinkling a little bit of nitrogen on it every time I plant it and see what that does. I said plant it, cultivate it.
Bonnie says yes, she needs an XL hat needed for T. Hawkins' big head. Yeah, and Bonnie, I know Allison, I think she said last time she does carry the XLs on the website. Mike Holloman is on.
Hello, Mike Holloman.
Hi guys, hope your week has started well.
It has.
And Joey Neal says, can you pick Jimmy Red early and dry to make cornmeal? The squirrels are getting in mine real bad.
Well, Joe, that's a good question. I will tell you this. A couple of videos back, a couple of weeks ago, a week or so ago, but it's been a couple of videos. You've seen me pick some Jimmy Red and show everybody, and it wasn't quite all red. Well, I put it in the shed, and it has turned totally red. I mean, it went from pinkish at best to totally dark red and dried out. So, you know, I want to say yes. It did look like it had, I will say it did look like it had a little more shrivel on it than it would have if it would have dried a little later on. So I don't know how to equate that, but it did turn red, it did dry up, but it had more shrivel to it. Almost like how a sweet corn shrivels up when it's dried up. And Jimmy Red don't normally do that. So hopefully that helps.
Paul Ford is on.
Hey, Paul Ford. Yeah, you said that.
Sorry, Paul. I always forget that you're on. See, that's why I love everybody commenting so much, but then I forget if they've already, if I've already said hello to them. Paul says, how long does Jimmy Red need to dry before shelling it?
Oh, I don't know the moisture content. I mean, I try to pick it when it's dry. I mean, I hate to say this, but if I bit into it and it had a good crunch to it, I'd say she was ready. But if it still had a little chew, softness, I mean, I don't guess you got to bite into it, but you can, you can maybe use a knife and see how soft it is. And I don't have a moisture meter on stuff like that, and usually I don't mess with shelling it till like January anyway. It stays in whatever I've got it in, on the shelf in the shed, in the dry, and I don't shell it to January or so anyway.
Warherstead is on.
Hello, Warherstead.
Janice is on. Did I already say Janice?
You did.
Okay. Janice says, congratulations on the grandson.
Thank you, Janice.
And did I say Mark Phelps?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I thought I was missing some people or missing comments. And Mike Holloman says, congratulations on the new addition to the family.
Thank you, Mike.
T. Hawkins says, I ruined all my sweet corn. We waited too long before picking it all.
Oh, man.
It was like trying to chew used dry chewing gum. I'm guessing that's what was wrong with it.
Yeah.
You got too full.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'd say that was his problem, pretty sure.
J. Pill has to rub it in, saying, hovering around 70 degrees all week here. Very pleasant. Jack Graham is on.
Of course he is. He's 30 miles off from the North Pole.
Mm-hmm.
I'm picking JPL. It is up there pretty good, though. It's up there about New England for us.
Mm-hmm. Jack Graham is on.
Hey, Jack.
Evening, folks. You folks are looking comfy. Yes, in the air condition.
Jack, I hope y'all have gotten some rain. Last time I seen a comment from Jack, it was dry, and it had wildfires everywhere.
Yeah, he said, trust your week has started well. Hot and dry here in the west. Too many wildfires going and they're running out of manpower.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. I hate that, Jack.
I do too.
As a matter of fact, it was J. Peel said something that sounded, he said that he thought it sounded like we were having a wet year over here, and I told him it was mostly on the East Coast because the West Coast was pretty hot and dry.
John Briggs is on.
Hey, John.
Hey, John. Tell Miss Carolyn I said hello too. I ran into John and Carolyn at Walgreens like right after Kaylee had the baby, because I was out and I knew she was gonna probably have the baby soon, and I was waiting on Joey to get home for us to all go up there together. And so I was waiting and waiting, and I was like anxious. So I was like, I'm gonna just go to town. So I went to town and got me a coffee and got some medicine and stuff.
And the coffee wasn't right, was it?
No, it was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so I ran into John and Carolyn. So they got to be the first ones to know, baby's here.
Yeah, and I got to use my smaller Jackery.
Oh yeah.
And Lino made fun of me. Sammy.
I was like, I went and seen Kaylee. This was the first day where she was still in labor, but she was feeling pretty good. And Joey brought the Jackery because it's got those outlets for all the cell phones and stuff. And so I was there with Kaylee's family, and I went in there to see Kaylee. I was like, Kaylee, your father-in-law brought a generator to the hospital. And so she was just like, oh my gosh.
We should make him just bring it on camera. Sammy.
Yeah, come on, Sam, come here. You guys can get to know Sam real well right now.
This ain't no paid promotion or nothing, guys. I just thought I'd show it to you because it is a little neat little thing. There's a couple of outlets here and a couple here. It's just a little small. It'll do like 200 phone charges, and you could run a fan. You could run up to 300 watts off of it. I mean, that's pretty neat little deal there. But yeah, I took it because I didn't know how long we was gonna be, and
it turned out they kick you out at 9 there.
Yeah, and so I said, well, we better have something to charge phones with, and that's when I went to that, was it bookstore or a little cafe store at the hospital?
Oh yeah, yeah.
And they
you couldn't buy any regular soda.
Yeah, they've taken a stand and took out all the sugar sodas.
It's all zero Cokes and
but they
stuff.
left all the Little Debbies and all the candy bars you could ever imagine. King size.
Wendy Elmore's on.
Hello, Wendy Elmore.
And Paul's Farm is on.
Pa's Farm?
Mm-hmm. Paul's Farm. And Brian says, at Joey, how did your AC do on your last trip in the RV?
She struggled a couple days.
Midday, of course.
2, 3 o'clock in the day. When I say struggled, the RV temperature itself got up to about 87 probably. Mm-hmm. And that was in the low 90s, 91, 92.
It didn't get in the 90s while we were there.
Well, if it had any cloud cover at all, it handled it good.
Yeah, it was just the direct sun, being on the camper, and that camper is just a giant tin can.
Well, it could use
so
2
units.
Yeah,
but we got wised up, and we closed the bunk off with the curtains, and then we closed the bedroom off too.
Yeah.
And
then
that helped.
I pulled the dump on it, and so it was still putting it out the vents, but it was putting 90% out the dump.
Right, so it went from like 87 to 82 after that. So, but we're not like, oh, I gotta have 70 degrees.
Yeah, we're used to 70, 80 anyway in the house.
So we were happy with 80, and then you had the breeze blowing on you from the vents, so I was good. And by the time I went to bed, I was freezing because you've been in the sun, you've been over hot all day, and so when the camper gets down to 70 and we're going to bed, and usually my hair was wet because I had showered, I was cold going to bed.
I showed Lino a couple of the same model, but a few years newer, like 23, 24 models, and they all had dual air conditions on it. And I told her, I said, they've learned something there.
Paul's Farm says, oh wait. T. Hawkins says, watch it, Lino. My head is only 7'8", LOL. Well, I don't know any head sizes, so I don't know. That sounds big to me, T. Hawkins.
I'll say my cowboy hat's in the 7s.
Yeah.
7 1/4.
Oh, okay. So he really doesn't then. Paul's Farm says, I will have some sweet corn in about a week and a half.
All right.
And
hopefully I'll have some. I told Lino it'd be great if he'd come in about plow day. We could cook it.
Well, and we can give some away too.
We could take and get one of those big tall things and get my burner.
We just get Sam's grill, Sam Butler's grill.
And grill it?
Grill it like he does on
Oh, on
July
the cob,
4th.
on the
Yeah.
cob.
He leaves it on the cob and just pulls the shucks down and roasts it.
No, I think
That's
he leaves
easier.
the shucks on it, don't he?
Oh, yeah, he does.
Yeah.
But that'd be easier.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know.
you just put it on there.
Mm-hmm.
Then I have me a crock pot full of butter so we can just dip it in the butter like that.
Oh, yeah.
That's what that girl did. She took that spoon and did like that.
Yeah, I'll do that.
But
'Cause
I'm
I have a
telling you-
little crock pot.
I'm telling you, that piece of corn I ate down there, it was raw. It really was. It wasn't cooked.
I seen them in the roaster, and so
Yeah.
it was probably one they hadn't put on too long ago.
Yeah.
Pork and Beans is on.
Pork and beans.
He's been on before. Greetings from Great Falls, Montana. I probably have the only farm all in a 50-mile radius.
I'd agree with that in Montana.
Rob Clinton is on,
Hello, Rob Clinton.
and I don't know what this is in reference to, but it just says the art of grilling zucchini.
The art of grilling zucchini.
I don't have no context there, Rob, so I'm not sure, but, you know,
Well, it don't sound bad.
yeah, grilled zucchini is good.
I never raised zucchini, though. I need to raise some.
I mean, I think zucchini tastes like
I
squash.
have never in my life raised a zucchini squash.
Well, that's why, because you raise squash, same thing, just different color.
Does it taste the same?
To me, it does.
That'd probably tell you no.
Well, to me, it does. Cornbread said, I hope it snows tomorrow. Oherstead said, we had a good tractor weekend. We were able to purchase a 1-point carryall and a set of rolling cultivators.
Yeah, I was just talking about a 1-point carryall to somebody.
Bonnie said, they're interested in Jackery. What do you use and how do you like it?
So I've used this, Bonnie, the little small Jackery. I took it to the hospital. You know, that's something you could, a little camping trip, somewhere where you just didn't have power, where you needed to run something smaller electric, you could. The other Jackery I have, I did the video on, it's actually 3,000 watts, or the output on it's 3,000. I can't get the name right, but I have that for just anything. Like if I need to run some power over at the barn for some reason, at the pond, I can run my RV off of it. And without the air conditioner running, I think it said it'd run the RV lights for 8 hours and something, which is pretty good. And of course, both of them charge up solar. That's what I love about them, is if all else fails, you ain't got no power, can't get to the store, ain't got no gas, everything's fell apart, I can get some juice in that thing somehow, and I can run a well. That's what I love about it.
J. Pill said, we're so far north where we are that they're in line with Lower Canada.
Oh, okay.
Timbo says that 3M UL listed red electrical tape. It sure is.
It is.
I see it right there in the
Yeah,
inside.
I carry it in my pocket every day, all the time. I usually got tape on me all the time.
Mostly for Band-Aids, to use as a Band-Aid.
Yeah, that's why you guys on videos, you'll see me have red tape on my fingers. And I had one on that finger today, but I took it off because I didn't want to do it with the live on.
They wouldn't care.
I
You've
cut-
done it before, and they've asked, oh,
I
is that
cut that
electrical
in-
tape?
I cut that on a box, electrical box.
Bonnie says, getting into Bronco trips and need a generator, comparing Jackery and Blue Yeti.
I don't know nothing about the Blue Yeti, but I do love the Jackery, and you know, of course, Jackery reaches out to a lot of YouTube channels, of course. And I will say this: Jackery did not ask me to give them any type of favorable review. The only thing they asked is to hit some product-specific things,
Yeah.
like how long it would charge something, how long it would run something, things of that nature. But they didn't ask anything or say anything about, hey, you know, give us a favorable review. Didn't. No. Good product. I like it a lot. And that's the Jackery Whole Home 3000. Like I said, I would like to have a little bit bigger solar panel. That solar panel I have is 200 watts. I'd like to have it. They have one that's 500 watts, and I told Lino, and y'all don't get mad at me, but if Jackery calls me and says, will you do a video on the Jackery 5000, I'm going to say, yes, ma'am. Because that Jackery 5000 will run that RV with the air conditioning on for a pretty good while.
Hold on, I'm looking at our fan standings.
Oh.
just to see what that looks like, because you know, I hadn't really paid attention to that, the top fans thing,
Oh.
because it's always on here.
Bonnie was the last person.
Yeah, Mike Holloman said, "Where did you get the baby generator, Joey?" And he explained all that.
Okay.
So, Lathman is on,
Thanks, Mike. Hey, Lake Man.
and Lathman, it's been a while since we've seen his name.
Yeah, it has. Lathe Man. Right, yeah.
Hi guys, good to see you. Good to see you too. Butterfly Farm says it would be a good night to do the live stream in the barn, not too hot, LOL. Ooh, yeah, and then in that shed, it acts as an oven, like no breeze gets in there.
It's pretty.
It's very hot. I don't know how, we always have like a minimum of 6 bird nests in there. I don't know how those babies aren't cooked. I mean, it is hot in there.
I thought about taking my PC out there and doing the video chat with Lake Speed at the where y'all usually used to see the live at, because I still have it set up, but it's just, I was afraid by the end of the video I'd be pouring sweat.
Cajun Homestead is on.
Hey, Cajun Homestead.
Hello, Jtwes family and friends. And Kurt T.
Hey, Kurt T.
Good evening from Southeast Louisiana. Hope all is well and cool. I'm running late, just getting in.
That's all right.
And Rob
'Cause
said,
there's still plenty of daylight right now in Louisiana. I guess
Yeah.
it's probably 7:36.
Rob said, shucks on, soak it in water and then grill it, the corn. Thank you, Rob.
The only thing
remember.
about the reason why, and I hadn't explained this to Lino yet, but I will now. The reason why I would be kind of scared to cook the corn like that, I fully expect it to have more worms than spring corn, because I don't spray it. And so, and sometimes fall corn, the worm gets on about halfway of the corn instead of just in the top. It gets about middle ways. And
It'll be cooked. It's all right.
I know. I don't want them pulling it.
Yeah, I get it.
And so that's why I said
Okay.
get the big tub,
Let's shuck it.
turn
yeah.
it on low, and let that water come up. I mean, because you could probably put, what, 30 years in them things?
Right, and we can cook them beforehand and just put them in a cooler, and they would stay
Yeah, you might
warm.
could do that.
You know, that way you're not boiling them and because Cloud Day's crazy. I don't have time to watch a boiling pot, So we'll come up with something.
And it all depends on what it does. I mean, we don't know what it's
Right,
gonna do.
we may not be able to cook any of it. Who knows? George Joyner is on.
Hello, George.
That's hard to say, George Joyner.
That sounds like an artist. Mm-hmm. Like, a painting artist.
Rob said, for the corn, shuck it, olive oil, and grill. Grilling zucchini and chicken now. Gotta go. Okay, so that's what it was. He was in the middle of dinner. Well, you enjoyed that, Rob. It sounds wonderful. Sounds good. Which I would love to grill some chicken. I have a bunch of chicken tenders for tomorrow. I'd love to
You
charcoal
talking about
them.
putting them on there? Or charcoal 'em?
Charcoal 'em.
Oh.
No, because chicken on the smoker gets too rubbery for me. I know some people can keep it from getting rubbery, but I'm not a big fan of chicken on the pellet smoker.
Well, I think if you just did me a Beeman one day, that'd be good.
I don't have a gas grill.
No, you could do it on a pellet. You said, because he set it at about 200 degrees,
Mm-hmm.
and he cooked it a long, long time. And you could do the same thing on that.
Right, it gets rubbery though.
Well,
I did chicken thighs like that, and they were rubbery.
no.
Anyway, Brian asked, is your camper 30 amp or 50?
30 amp.
I asked because it's the RV park is filled with 30 amp circuit will drop it in amps and cause the AC to run harder. I used 50 amp hookup when it was like this.
Well, I got a 50 amp adapter. I guess I could hook the 50 amp leg up and use the adapter and make sure I got plenty of power.
Yeah, because if you've got 30, it sounds like it, I guess most people are 30, so it drains the power.
Yeah.
Bonnie said, good sale right now, too. So, yeah, I guess she's on perusing the website. So.
Thank you, Miss Bonnie.
Cajun Homestead says, oh, he's talking to somebody else. Deep South, or Danny said, Bonnie, stick with Jackery, which for the generator.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Danny's got several Jackery products. I thought, yeah, I remember him talking about that.
Restoring Red is on,
Hello, William Luke.
which is Will. He says, how much is shop rent at Jtwes Garage?
Well,
It's zero for some people.
it's double if you don't put tools back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right.
I got tools now. I told Leno today, I got guys at work got my tools. I got children's got my tools.
Yeah. Well, that's just how life is sometimes.
I did miss my screwdriver at work today. Boy, I'm tell you.
Well, that was here, stuck in the dirt, because I seen
No,
it here.
that's not it. That's
okay.
a different one.
Okay.
And then I got this ratchet cutter that cuts my flex conduit. And I'm over here with my hand shaking with a razor knife cutting this flex conduit because somebody didn't give me my cutter back.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to work on that as a whole.
Yeah, I'll work on them tomorrow when I get there.
Tater 357 is on.
Hello, Tater.
Howdy, folks. Hope life is treating y'all well.
It is, it is.
Back Farms is on.
Back farm.
It says, hey, y'all. Hello, Back
That
Farms.
sounds new.
And T. Hawkins says, do you plant cabbage and collards in the fall?
No, I used to plant some cabbage in the spring, and it do decent. And, you know, I'd never do no more than about 6 or 7 hills of it, and I'd make me some coleslaw out of it, and that's about as far as it got. I like sauerkraut. I probably hadn't had sauerkraut in 20 years, but I do like it. I pick with Leno all the time and tell her she needs to make me some hot dog weenies and sauerkraut. And she said, nope, she ain't doing that. I even bought 2 cans of sauerkraut from Food Line. It's in the cabinet, ain't
That's something you're just going to have to make yourself. I just can't bring myself to do it.
Hot dog weenies and sauerkraut. Boil them together.
Man,
Yep.
gives me kind of chill bumps right now thinking about it. Nathan Abrams is on.
Hello, Nathan.
Outside of adding sand, do you have any other tips to break down heavy ground clay?
Oh, I'm sure you just probably would have to build up some organic matter in it as best you can, or bring some better topsoil in there.
Danny says gypsum.
Yeah,
Am I saying that right?
gypsum. Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say I think probably the pH balance of the soil too will soften it up if the balance is right on it. I'm sure, and I'm not the person to be preaching on pH balance, because I'm not the testing kind of person, and I should be, but I don't. I would, I guess, and I've said this before on video, I guess I probably would do more testing if I was raising, you know,
Acres and acres.
acres and acres and acres of corn, to make sure I only have to buy what I need to buy, or put down exactly what I need. So, because you get in a lot of money like that. But for the most part, you know, a couple of $100 will do about everything I got, no matter what the pH is. But it does make a difference if the plant can't eat it. I mean, I've often thought of it like a baby or a 1-year-old. You can't feed them a chunk of ribeye, but if you grind it up, you can feed it to them. And pH balance being right in the soil grinds that fertilizer up so that plant can take it. Essentially.
Tim Helgerson is on.
Hello, Tim.
I love to use my crawfish cooker to boil up a batch of corn.
Yeah, I'll go with the corn, but not the crawfish. Sad part is, though, as hard as they boil them crawfish boils, anything on it's pure. I mean, clean at that point.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because they boil them things like rolling boil.
I don't know, because you know, I always kind of akin crawfish to shrimp,
Yeah.
because they're kind of both like, you know, crustaceans or whatever. But I mean, that shrimp I ate was fried, like deep fried, and I still.
Yeah, you did. But I don't think most shrimp, though, is fried no more than just enough to turn it white, and it's out.
Okay.
For the crawfish boil, I mean, it may sit in there for an hour, 2 hours, boiling at 200 and, what is it, 12? 230 some degrees,
have no
whatever
idea.
it boiling is.
That's something else you'll never catch me doing. J. Peel says, what are the worms in the corn you're talking about?
I guess I call them silkworms, or just they're a worm that will get into that silk, I guess, right when it just starts out the leaf. I think they lay the egg then, and it's a corn eater. It eats corn for a living, and it'll trail its way right down that corn. And a good early crop of corn, we may have found one worm this spring.
I don't know. I didn't find any because by
Yeah,
the time I shucked them.
I'd have to ask Sammy, but Sammy said it was like one or two.
Yeah.
Out of a couple of hundred ears, 1 or 2 worms, and I ain't sprayed nothing on it. But just like anything else, and this is the reason why, I call summer crops is a little bit harder to raise, and fall crops is they're worse about worms. It wouldn't make no difference, JP, if I sprayed it. I just ain't gonna do it.
Janice said, good night, everyone. I've been really busy with my dad today. He has Parkinson's and dementia, and he'll be 80 on the 30th. He needs prayer.
Okay, Janice.
All right, Janice, we'll keep him in our prayers. Good night. T. Hawkins says, if your chicken is rubbery on the smoker, lower the temperature and keep it sprayed with apple juice. And, I thought I did, but maybe I didn't spray it enough. Because I did 225, T. Hawkins. I don't know if I should go any lower than that. Because I did chicken thighs. I like thighs the best. And I did spray it. I might have been out of apple juice, so I may have used Sprite. I don't know if that was the problem. But
She may use Coca-Cola.
yeah, I'll use any carbonated soda if it's sweet, if I don't have apple juice. That could have been the problem too. George says, Tobacco Barnwood, lots of people know me as the Tobacco Barnwood guy.
Ah.
Okay. Yeah, we're about to put up a Tobacco Barn bed frame.
Yeah, we are.
Elliot had made, years ago, Elliot made this beautiful bed out of an old tobacco barn that was falling down, and it was on our neighbor's property, and he let us have it, the boards. And he actually does sawmilling stuff, so he went and took it and sawed it up for Elliot and everything, and he made it, and it's really pretty, the headboard and the bed frame, so.
And actually what's kind of neater for me, and I don't know if you thought about this, but I've actually housed tobacco in that barn, and cured out tobacco in that barn that he
Repurposed.
Made.
I know you hate that.
He put it on the sawmill, and he cut slabs out of them, and so Ellie took the outside slabs, which are about maybe an inch thick, so it's not whole logs, so it's trimmed out with those slabs. Still real neat. I housed the bike in it, and so I'm kind of excited to have it.
Brian, going back to the RV, said the last year I had my camper, I had the same problem, and the RV park tech checked the plug, and it was around 26 amps, and he gave me a 50 amp dog bone, and it sounded like it boosted the motor when on.
Okay.
We may have to try that.
I'll try that, Brian. I got a adapter that goes from 50 to 30.
Rob said, spin aside your corn when first tassels, and again 2 weeks later, and watch the butterfly moth timing.
Okay. Well, Rob, I'd rather just if I pull into that ear and there's one middle ways, just take a butcher knife and cut that out, pop the top off, pop the bottom off, and put her in there. I guess I'm kind of weird in the way of I do use a chemical fertilizer from Camp's Fertilize, but it's the over-the-top stuff that I just don't like spraying anything on my plants. And I know that's kind of weird to say that, and you're not, using chemical fertilizer.
Stan said that hot dogs sauerkraut mention is making me hungry. Good stuff. Which my dad does love sauerkraut on his hot dog because he's from New York, and that's what they eat there.
And that's probably where that recipe comes from. It's just hot dog sauerkraut without the bun.
Because he would eat Nathan's with sauerkraut, Nathan's hot dogs.
And sauerkraut is an amazing thing to
Is it cabbage?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
to make anyway. I mean, you basically
Rot it.
you basically sour it.
You want to eat some rotten cabbage? I'll go right ahead.
It's called sauerkraut.
Um,
But I like cooked cabbage with a little bit of pepper and a little bit of fatback meat. Oh yeah.
Brian said, I'll preach pH balance because I had the best garden I ever had. Best thing I ever done, and it was worth the expense and time.
Oh yeah, I agree with you, Brian. Guys, I never said, and this is the part I don't think I hardly ever show this on video, but Lino will tell you I do it. I never said I didn't buy lime and put on these gardens. I just hadn't tested it. I usually do it about once every 2 years as I put lime on these gardens.
Avery's on.
Hey, Avery.
He's gracing us with his presence during vacation. We're honored, Avery. Says hello from EI, Emerald Isle.
Emerald Isle, that's right. He said he was going.
He said, I'm late, but here, and I just got in from the beach. I saw some family I haven't seen for a long time and learned how to skimboard, which is that running. And yeah, you have to be under 15 to skimboard without injury.
I'm going to need you to stay out of that chest-high water, Avery.
Yeah, Avery, because there's been quite a bit of riptides this week, so please be careful, okay? Rob Clinton said earwigs are nasty worms.
Earwigs.
Earwigs.
Okay.
Hillbilly Philosopher says, I use BT spray on all plants for worms.
Oh, okay.
And Tater said, my dad used to say that what's worse than finding worms in your corn is not finding them on it. Yum, yum. Meaning you ate them. And George Owner is under IK Cell Tobacco Barn Wood.
Oh, okay.
I think that's like his name of what he does. IK.
Sell tobacco barn wood.
IK Cell. Bonnie says, can't spray with Coke here. He's allergic to caffeine. Well, that's good. I mean, it is good to lower your caffeine.
I guess he don't go into no Starbucks much.
Well, I mean, they have decaf options.
Well, yeah. They have that strawberry drink I like.
Oh, yeah. Joey's been learning some strawberry. What's it called?
I call it poor man's milkshake.
But what do they call it?
I think
Is
they
it a
call
frappe?
Yeah, I think they call it a
Strawberry frappe.
or something.
And Joey really likes that. And it's basically
Poor man's milkshake.
a milkshake that doesn't have like ice cream in it, but it's just like ice and strawberry puree.
Ice, milk, strawberry puree.
So it's basically like homemade strawberry ice cream, but in a cup. And it is good because I tasted yours. Jeff Eubanks is on.
Hey, Jeff Eubanks.
Says howdy from North Georgia.
You ain't too far.
And T. Hawkins says, when the chicken is near being done, increase the heat to 350 to crisp the skin a little more. I'll try that. Because if I do chicken thighs, I do the skin on. So.
Yeah, I like chicken okay. Grilled chicken's pretty good. Lino, of course, here anymore, you have to buy what you can afford, unfortunately.
Yeah, like I basically smoke whatever's on sale this week.
Yeah.
You know, like sometimes it's those pork chops that aren't really pork chops. They're just like cut up.
Pork has been a lot cheaper
It
than
has.
any beef.
It has. It was up real high last year. Like bacon was like $8,
Yeah.
remember? But now pork has come down.
Beef
is high right now.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Man.
So.
Well, it's not going down to the cattle farmer, I can promise you.
Yeah, no. All I've been buying is hamburger meat, not chuck steak.
I ain't never in my life
nothing.
seen how, I just can't figure out how these big companies somehow, they make a lot of money off this beef, but they sure don't pay the cattle guy no more. If all the cattle farmers in the United States would get together and say, "Oh, we're gonna hold back a little bit," they might change their mind.
Yeah, maybe. But you'd have to get them all to agree on that.
Yeah.
That's the hard part. Back Farm says European corn borer worm turns into a moth. And George said that Farmwall 51 has a video on my tobacco barn wood.
Oh, cool. I'm trying to remember if I seen that. I bet I seen it, George.
Rob said to start chicken hot like frying. Yeah, and these chicken dinners I may fry tomorrow. It's too hot to be messing with that smoker tomorrow, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Or just grilling in general.
I'm trying to remember. what video that was. I think I seen it about the tobacco barn wood. One of the subscribers, and I forget, made me 2 wonderful homemade fuel gauges out of tobacco sticks from eastern North Carolina. And so I really cherish those things. I still got them in the shed and use them a lot.
Hillbilly philosopher says kielbasa and kraut. And Tim said those worms are free chicken food.
Oh, yeah. They could be rocket worms.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't ever use the tractor for them.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll be rocket worming that 140.
Nick Blanton says he'll bring you some homemade kraut to plow day.
Do that, Nick.
Yeah, do that, Nick.
Yeah, Nick.
Avery said I was up to my shoulders, LOL. Be careful, Avery.
Yeah, Avery, I don't want to hear that.
Bonnie said decaf has caffeine too, just like chocolate, etc. So it's like a low amount. It's probably just got the natural caffeine, maybe.
No, decaf, from what I understand, is it's almost like running a cup of coffee and re-drying it back out and then selling it again. Some of the caffeine's pulled out of it already.
Oh, okay. So it's just a lessened caffeine.
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know that. I thought it was caffeine free.
No.
Well, how do they make caffeine free Coke?
Oh, well, they just don't add the caffeine in it.
But it's still going to have natural caffeine in it?
No, the caffeine in a Coca-Cola, Pepsi, soft drink.
So they're talking about coffee and chocolate
the caffeine
only.
is added physically, like here's the batch of cola.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's only natural caffeine like coffee and chocolate.
When they say
that
decaffeinated,
yeah, that they can't remove it completely.
Yeah.
I learn something every day. Hillbilly philosopher says 425 degree on the chicken. I like a good scold on it. Ooh, that's pretty hot.
You probably scald maybe.
Scald. Yeah, sorry, I said it wrong. IP Farms is on.
Hey, Nelson.
It says way late, but made it finally.
You did make it. I see that you got a nice new house.
George, that's okay. He says, sorry, my typing is bad. I sell tobacco barn wood.
Tobacco
Yeah,
barn
yeah.
wood.
We understood what you meant.
George, I think I've seen that video, buddy. I just can't remember exactly what it was.
William A says, everyone please hit the like button. Thank you, William.
Thank you, William.
Avery said, my dad was with me, no worries.
Okay.
Okay, good. He said, I will be careful, though. I very highly respect the ocean. Thank you, Avery.
Avery,
yeah.
I give it to you honest because I wear a life jacket out there.
Yeah, and I take the boogie board with me, so just in case, like, you know, maybe the Coast Guard may have to get me with their jet ski, but at least I have a boogie board to stay on until they get there. You know, like if it gets me going too far out there.
And it's not that I don't know how to swim, but I guarantee you I can't swim long enough if I get swept out.
Yeah, yeah, and you'll get tired,
It's
and
just,
sometimes you panic.
I'm old and tired. I can't swim that long.
But you don't have to be old and tired because the ocean will wear you out. It's such a force that, especially if you're swimming against that pool, nobody could keep up with it.
But if I got a life jacket on, I'm just going, as I'm
We'll send the jet ski for him,
floating
too.
out, I'll tell Lino, call the Coast Guard.
We'll send the jet ski out for him, too.
No, I want the Black Hawk.
They're not going to come do that they're not going to bring a Black Hawk.
Then I'll kick
if you're
my
just
legs.
floating out
I'll
there.
kick my legs and go out further so I can get the Black Hawk to come.
No, I mean, you have to be very far out. And that would be, are you talking about the Coast Guard helicopter?
Yeah, it's a Black Hawk, but it's Coast Guard helicopter.
Yeah, no. If the Coast Guard helicopter is looking for you, it's bad news.
I want the Frogman to jump out.
It's bad news if it's the Coast Guard helicopter.
We seen him run up and down the beach several times when we were at the Outer Banks.
Yeah. T. Hawkins says, it has to be caffeine free for me. Any little amount and my body can detect it and reject it. He says, I'm the only cop in the world that don't drink caffeine.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. I mean, but if your body is, I know somebody else who's like that. I don't know what your rejection is like, but his is like major heart palpitation and like he thinks he's having a heart attack. So he's always caffeine free.
Yeah, Lino don't do good with them caffeine-free fire ants.
I got bit in the collarbone. Who has ever been bit in the collarbone by fire ants? I got three bites on me, And it was because I was, first I moved the duck house, and so I don't know if they fell from a tree, or I was hauling the water hose all over the yard, so I don't know if they come off that. But anyways, I killed it. I felt one, so I killed it, and I told Joey, then it was stinging real bad, and I said, Joey, do I have something red on my neck, or is it breaking out in hives? And I just had big welts, and it was swollen up, but I don't do well with bugs and stings.
Yeah, I felt bad because like 30 minutes before that, I was mowing next to a tree line, and I picked a stick up, and I was holding it in this hand while I was picking up more with my left hand, and then I felt my right hand just felt like it had something on it, and I looked, and it was just covered with fire ants. And before I could get them brushed off, I got bit like 4 times on top of my hand, and you couldn't even tell where I got bit.
Yeah. And mine is still swollen from it.
And you can't tell.
Like between my neck and collarbone, it's still bulged out.
But I did have wasn't a maypop bit me on my lip?
Oh yeah.
Oh
Y'all should have
my
seen him.
gosh.
His lip was all fat, and it looked like he had Botox or lip filler. So
then
only
we
on
had
one side though. So
And
it
then
was
we
really
had to go
special.
to church the
Yeah.
next day.
I was like, just tell him that we had a domestic dispute. I popped you in the mouth. I got tired of hearing it, and you know, because like preacher would get a
I've
kick out of
never
that.
had a maypop swell me like that.
Yeah. Which I did. I knew I was like that with fire ants because I got them on my foot. I got bit 3 times on my foot last year, and my ankle was swollen like I sprained it. You know, it was really fat. But I just don't do good with bee stings or bug stings, I should say. Willie Mae says, "You're welcome, Grandpa and Grandma Jones." Thank
Oh,
you.
man.
Hillbilly says, "Can't swim if you're unconscious. I spent 25 years working on the water. Always wear that jacket."
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what we preach to Elliot too. He's a big boater, fisher, and they always wear a life jacket. They promise that. Now, you know, we don't know for sure, but they do. Avery said, "Congrats on the new baby."
Thank you,
New
Avery.
grandbaby. And he is the sweetest thing. Sweetest thing. He's just so cute.
Well, he really don't have a choice but to be sweet at 3 days old.
I know, but they're just so sweet at that age. I love newborns. I could sit and hold a newborn for hours. That's what I did when I was on maternity leave. I sat in that recliner and held my baby the whole time on my maternity leave.
We can tell.
What do you mean you could tell? My kids aren't spoiled. Your kids may be spoiled, not my kids. And Rob says, "Swim parallel to the shore until you get out of a rip current, then come in." Yeah, I mean, that's the general idea. If you remember, you know, if people just don't panic.
Well, I told you, I done got to the age where I set that big Nesto tent up, things 20 feet wide, whatever it is, and I just enjoyed watching the ocean come in and out. Albeit, me and Lena was thinking about next year going down Highway 12 a little ways and finding us a place to pull over and just walk up and over the dunes and having us a little bit of a private beach. What's funny?
T. Hawkins says, "Leno, don't be confessing to domestic violence on here, LOL." You heard nothing, T. Hawkins. You heard nothing. You're not a witness. Stan said, "Wasn't it Hee-Haw had Grandpa Jones?"
It was.
Oh, did you? I thought,
And he wore those round glasses too, overalls and a straw hat.
was Hee-Haw the one where the lady had a tea bag hanging out of her hat?
Yeah,
Okay.
Minnie Pearl.
Okay, that's the only thing I remember from
I didn't
Hee-Haw.
ever watch the show, so I don't.
I didn't either,
I
but I
did
remember
watch the
seeing that,
show.
like just wondering, why is there a tea bag
I
in
did
her
watch
hat?
the show all the time.
Oh,
I've
did
seen
you?
every one of them.
Oh, have you?
Yeah. Man, Hee-Haw was funny back in the day.
Okay.
I look back on it now, and as a little kid, I didn't realize it, but yeah, they were pretty risque on some of those outfits.
Allison's got to go. Barrett has visitors. Talk to you soon. Allison, give Barrett a hug from us.
Yes.
I'm so glad his surgery went well. I thought about him this morning, so I said a prayer for him. He's like about 7, so I figured he would have his surgery earlier, but I knew y'all were traveling to it, so I didn't want to text and you be in the middle of driving or anything, but I'm so glad he's doing good. Joey Neal says, "I got stung by a pack saddle a couple days ago. Man, do they hurt."
I have got stung by them too, and yes, they do.
Is that a worm?
I ain't sure what that is, but I just know it's on corn. And
Oh.
and it can sting you.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Because I thought that's what I was always scared. That's why I cut the top of the corn off before I
Well,
shuck it.
I don't think that's the same worm, I don't think.
Okay.
If it is, I'm in trouble because I handle them things all the time.
That was a price tag on the hat, not a tea bag.
Oh. Well, I knew it was something hanging
A
down.
tea bag would have been more interesting, but okay.
And they had one guy, I think he was in charge of the post office or something. I don't know. He always wore a gray sweater and he never shaved. He always just looked kind of like he hadn't took a bath or something.
On that show.
Yeah, hee-haw. I think he was in charge of the post office.
Now Stan's going to think I'm ridiculous because he's the one who said that was a price tag, not a tea bag. Sorry, Stan. And Hillbilly Philosopher says, hey, Grandpa, what's for dinner? And, Hillbilly says it was a price tag in the hat so she could take it back later.
Oh.
And Lathman says, I love Will's new hat.
I do too. I told him to get me one like my cowboy hat.
They said that's the reporter and postman, the one you're talking
Reporter
about.
and postman, yeah. Oh yeah, because they do
And
the
it was
news.
$1.98.
He'd do the news, and then it'd be like, 3 cows fell in a ditch, and the farmer It'd be something funny.
Right,
behind
a joke, yeah.
Yeah.
No, Wayne Strickland says price tag was $1.98 on it.
And then somebody would say salute, like salute. Yeah.
Oh, that was the KORN station, Corn. Like, the call letters of the
Yeah.
station was KORN. Good night, all. I think it's about that time, Avery. Yes, Avery, it is. We're about to be heading out, too.
What is it?
9:06, we're
9:06,
over.
yeah. Man, we just getting in and talking about reruns of Hee Haw.
I know, let's not. That's a good stopping place in my. No. We're talking about Hee Haw. It's a good stopping place.
Yeah, I got to finish watching the Bionic Man. I started watching it last night.
William May says BR549. I don't know what that means. I'm sure it's Hee Haw related.
It is BR.
I had no idea so many people loved that show.
Ooh, don't stay
Don't start. Don't.
in agony on me.
But I'm about caught up on the comments. But you guys have a great week.
Yes.
Bonnie says it's been fun as always. Thanks. Until next Monday.
Yes, guys. Thank you, and look forward to my
You
oil
can-
video coming out. I think you guys will find it real interesting, though. I really do.
IP Farm says good night, and I haven't read from there on.
Good
Chris,
night,
you gotta get up.
Nelson, Stan, Wayne Strickland, Cornbread the Hungry Farmer, Joey Neal, and Mr. Nick. Junior Samples call car sales phone BR549. I remember Junior Samples,
All right,
too.
I'm about to just cut y'all
No,
off.
hold
I'm
on.
just going to do a hard stop.
Bonnie says good night. Butterfly Farm, Timbo, Back Farms, and Brian. Grief, disparity, and agony. It's grief and disparity and agony on me. All right, guys. God bless you. God loves you. We'll see you.
Bye.